there's this day bed and there's this like sea of lights around this girl, and the PA that's with me, he's like, that's the girl you're going to be working with. She's taking some photos. We'll need you about 30, 40 minutes. We understand this is your first time, so here's a Viagra. Put it in my hand. He's like, if you've never taken it before, bite it in half. So I was like, oh my gosh, like what have I gotten myself into? And I'm like in the bathroom, and I'm like talking to myself in the mirror, like, what are you gonna do? And I felt like I'd gone too far to turn back. I got picked up in a town car. I was not told the address that I was going to. So what did I have to do if I wanted to leave? I'd have to call the agent, like a kid that went to a sleepover that changed their mind. Hey, I'm scared, I want to come home. I felt like I couldn't make that call. So I popped the whole thing, drank a bottle of water. They kind of waved me over, and I never had any kind of interaction with the girl. The director has this camera, and he's kind of like over my shoulder, and the girl is not looking at me, looking at the camera. The fantasy that you become to believe when you watch porn is there's this like intense connection between the girl and the guy. It's 100% disconnection.
How many people were in the room?
Probably 20. There was a boom mic over my head, someone literally like holding a sea light like underneath my junk.
Holy shit.
Camera A, camera B, someone shooting BTS. Most of the girls, they either have someone that's there with them. They would call them a boyfriend, more often than not a pimp that's there watching. So there was like showers on set. There was not body wash in the shower. There was just like Dial hand soap. And I was just like trying to wash myself with that. I'm in the town car and I'm on my way home, and it's like I can still feel the like lube in the hair of my legs. I just felt gross. Have you seen Redeeming Love?
No.
It's a faith-based film, but essentially there's a girl that works in a brothel. She meets a guy that has a faith. They connect. He's trying to lead her to the Lord and also like wanting to be with her. But like for us to be together, like I want you to follow the Lord. And man, I can just relate to this so much where like there's something inside her that was craving the only thing that she knew, which was chaos. He's in a cottage on a farm. Now they're eating good food. It's just him and her. This is pre-television and internet. It's just them. She was going crazy, not experiencing chaos, and she ended up going back to the brothel, and she, turned a trick, and it didn't feel the same, and she felt so dirty and so disgusting. She couldn't believe that she went back to the thing that she wanted to be rescued from. And there's this scene where she's in this like river, and she's got a rock, and she's scrubbing her body, but what she's trying to scrub off is not on a surface level. And man, I've took many of those showers.
I think of the demonic as traps. It's these fucking traps. It's vices, addiction, lust, sex. It's temptation, money, jealousy, resentment. I think about this shit all the time. I think that's how it works. Different traps work for different people.
Oh, sure.
I mean, it doesn't sound like yours was even really lust. It was more fame and money.
Yeah, and affirmation.
If you display what you're really craving or want, whether it's sex, power, fame, money, those things will come. They might not be good. It's easy to fall into this shit. You see it all the time.
I think you're really tapping into something important, because the reality is that most people that struggle with porn is problematic in their life, but porn is not their problem. Porn is the Band-Aid that they've covered the wound, the lack, the need with, and now that porn has become problematic in their life. John 10:10 talks about the enemy wants to kill, steal, and destroy. If he's going to put you in chains, he's not going to show you the full picture of the chain that you will be in. He's just going to show you a link. Love this Dallas Willard quote. I believe it's Dallas Willard, but just talks about how repentance seems easy at first, and then after you sin, it seems impossible. So doing porn, getting paid for sex, and then there was a high-profile company in the fashion industry that would have these parties, and they would bring out guys and girls to do these parties. The girls would walk around naked, guys would walk around, in boxers, whatever, serve everyone drinks. I went there. It was in Paris. Long story short, I went there, got drugged and raped by the owner of a very well-known fashion, used to be the CEO of a very well-known fashion organization. When that happened to me, I thought, it's my fault. This is what I signed up for. This is who I am. Started trying to sabotage myself. Started making a pretty clear plan to take my life. I had this pretty strong pain medication. How many pills would do the trick? Okay, we'll take that number, maybe add 2 more. And I put them on the counter. I separated them so I could make sure I'd get them down, swallow them, I wouldn't chicken out. And I set them up like that, time after time after time. I just could never do it. This one day, I was filming in Atlanta, It was this disgusting shoot. People were like urinating on each other, spitting on my face, in my mouth, stuff like that. And I'm just like, what have I become? I was like, I want to die.